Welcome to our next Ripple Maker Spotlight. I'm very excited to bring you the Love Your Mojo Coach today. We have the beautiful Lotus is dropping in with us at One Drop Movement to share what she's up to, a good acceleration tip. So if you want to make an even bigger ripple of impact, we're going to hear what Lotus's tip is for today. And then we're going to dig in and see how we can support Lotus. And that is the real essence and the energy behind these sessions that we're running each and every day to introduce each of you to each other. There's always someone else in this community who could be your best partner, they could be your next best collaborator, they could be your best ambassador, they could be a client, they could be somebody to host you on their show, you might host them on their show. This really is about creating a ripple of impact, not just individually as one drop, but together as the ocean. Let's get the amazing Lotus up here on the screen. Hey Lotus, welcome.
Hello, Sammy, and all of our friends watching this video. And thank you so much. I'm so excited. It's such a great pleasure to be with you. I love your energy, Sammy.
Oh, thank you, my darling.
I just love what you do for us. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Well, we're grateful to you for showing up and for being that ripple of impact for us today. So before we dig in and hear what your tip is for today,
tell us, cry.
Tell us about who you are and what you do, and more importantly, why you do it.
Wow. You see, like you, I aspire to make a difference in the world. I want to help reduce suffering, bring more love and consciousness into our relationship, particularly harnessing the energy of intimacy and sexuality, so we can have a more harmonious and happier world.
Beautiful. How did you get into that?
Yes. So you see, I was born in, I was raised in Vietnam, and at a very young age, I was already a breadwinner helping my family. And then after university, I came to the UK and I made my way up to become a film producer and director, making documentaries for British and international broadcasters. And, on the surface, I had a beautiful life, a great life. And, I had a good job, and my husband at the time was a soulmate and a friend. And friends looked at me with envy for the life I've got. But in fact, little did they know that deep down in my heart, I was drenched with sorrow, loneliness, and despair. And I was in a sexless relationship, and I remember, that relationship was just so, the pain was unbearable because I couldn't express myself. I remember one afternoon I crumbled on the floor. My body was yearning for intimacy, and my heart was aching for deeper love. And I was raised in a culture where women's role was to serve men, and the expression of love through sex was taboo. So I couldn't express myself to my husband, and I felt choked. I couldn't talk about it. I felt choked in my throat. And so I suffered that for over, 15 years. I would suppress that emotion. And so instead, I lost my self-confidence. I didn't know why. And I suppressed my emotion. And instead, I devoted myself to serve others while ignoring my need. And in the end, like a well, the water been taken out all the time. So I'm dried up. But thankfully, I reconnected with my roots, which is Buddhism, and I met the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. I wonder if you heard of him.
I haven't.
Yeah, he's famous for bringing mindfulness into the Western world. Also, he was nominated by Martin Luther King for a Nobel Peace Prize, and he happened to be Vietnamese. Anyway, after that retreat in Plum Village, which was in France, still in France, I mean, he's got his, work is all over the world now, and he passed away just I think last year, no, earlier this year, when my father also passed away as well.
Wow.
So shortly after that, I realized that, all my life I've been trying to grasp happiness from the outside to fill up the gap within me. And then, wow, I've got all of this love. Why don't I give it to myself and receive it from myself? And that's when I started on this journey, 13 years ago. And
you haven't looked back by the sounds of it.
Oh my God, I tell you what, just thank you for saying that. Yeah. And I saw basically with the practice of mindfulness that I could ease my pain and, have peace, have moments of happiness, of peace and joy. However, I realized that, it's not staying with me, that kind of, happiness or joy or peace. I realized I need also to have to unlock my heart, to open up for more, for love, because, if all of that happened to us, we closed up, we contracted, and we put armor around us. So I realized I need to have also opened my heart and have tapped into my true self, my true love. And so I created the heart mindfulness system, and then over the years, with all of the healing coming through and my experience with that, it became the embodied heart mindfulness. And so I've been taking hundreds of clients over the past 13 years through the heart mindful journeys to help them, to step into their power, become more confident and strong as a masculine, and juicy and powerful as a feminine.
I love all those words, juicy and powerful. That is awesome. Well, I'm assuming that your ripple making tip for today is going to be linked to that. So what have you got for us today? What can we be doing to make an even bigger ripple of impact?
Yes. So we know that this world, even though we have all of this technology and everything, it's that more stress to us. We're so busy all the time. And my biggest tip ever is to have a pause, take moments. And by moment, I have in here on my computer, I have the bell ringing every 30 minutes so that I can have a pause, come back to myself, notice what's going on, breathe. Of course, we all hear about that all the time with all of our friends in here, and notice what's going on here. And so recognize what's going on within us and around us, release all the tension in our heart and mind and body, relax and rejuvenate.
That is juicy.
So actually, I
love that tip as well. Like every 30 minutes, set an alarm to remind you just to pause for a minute, just breathe.
Yeah.
Allow whatever's coming through you to come through you. Because like you say, we were talking about this on this morning's mastermind, is that we're always looking outside of ourselves. We're looking for the next answer or the next contact or the next thing. And actually the answers, they're already here.
Yes. And actually, I've got a gift for our friends. I have what I call a 5-minute stress buster. And that's where I help. This is actually, I have that's the heart mindful pause. As to help us, it's the mindfulness practice, but it help us to establish it as a practice, as a new habit.
Amazing. So how can we get hold of that? You're going to give me a link and I can put it with the video?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I mean, we're running out of time for today.
I'm sorry.
Tell me, what can we do to support you as a community? What are you looking for? How can we help?
Yes, so I at the moment I am putting together a holistic program to help heart center entrepreneurs. I've been an entrepreneur all my life, so I know what it's like, and to help us to help our heart center entrepreneurs to create extra consistent cash flow and add 6-figure value to their business, by leveraging my embodied heart mindfulness system without making any effort at all or extra time, and that's my secret sauce. And so basically they walk along the way to grow themselves while helping others growing with them. And
so what are you looking for? Are you looking for help with sharing the message out about it? Like, what can we do?
I'm looking for validation. People who feel that a call or respond, and a good fit.
So maybe test it out, give you feedback on it.
Yes, a 30 minutes chat.
Okay, and, 30 minutes. Okay.
And if they know anyone who's a good fit, I would appreciate an introduction as well.
Perfect. Well, I'm sure that to help you get the message out there as well, you're looking for speaking opportunities.
Yes, that's as well.
Collaborating with people in the community to help get your voices out to each other. Lotus, thank you so much for dropping in with us today. I know these are only short little interviews to give you a little insight to give all of our members an insight into what you do and how you do it. I think there's some great connections and collaborations to be had within this community for sure. So guys and girls, reach out to Lotus. If you go to the members tab at the top of the Facebook group, you'll be able to click on Lotus and send her a direct message. And Lotus, you've already given me your information, so I'm going to copy and paste it in with this video once we're finished, and people can then reach out and connect with you, get access to your download, and take that step further with you. So Lotus, thank you so much for dropping in.
And thank you so much for what you do and for today for me. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Always welcome. Guys and girls, we'll see you in the next ripple making session. And if you haven't got your butt on your seat onto this session yet, get in your spotlight so that I can help you to share your message out there with all of our members. Make sure you click on the Kartra link with this video so that we can get you booked in and share your message with all of our members as well. So take care. Have an amazing day. Keep doing the thing, making the ripple that only you can make. And we'll see you on the next session. Lots of love. Bye for now.
Bye.